50 years after its creation, ECOWAS is facing new and complex equation. How to remain a driving force in a region shaken by political upheavals, social tensions and climate challenges. Beyond scripted speeches, the moment calls for concrete answers and tangible proof of relevance. In this exclusive interview, Dr. Omar Alieu Touray, President of the Commission, shares his reading of the current landscape, the priorities underway, and how ECOWAS intends to adapt without betraying its founding mandate. Dr. Omar Alieu Touray, welcome to Africa 24.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. We appreciate the partnership and the interest that you have shown in our region and the work we are doing.
Mr. President, half a century of integration, agreement, summit, but also crisis. If you had to sum up ECOWAS' legacy in one word, which would you choose and why?
Yes, ECOWAS is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. This is an opportunity for us not only to celebrate, but also to reflect on what is right, what is going well, what is going wrong, and how do we position ourselves for the future. Certainly it is an opportunity, an occasion to celebrate because ECOWAS over the past 50 years has enabled the community citizens to enjoy a single space through the free movement protocols, as well as through the ECOWAS trade liberalization protocols. As you know, in Africa, ECOWAS is the only region where citizens enjoy free movement, enjoy freedom to establish, freedom to reside and establish in any of the member states. This is an achievement that we cannot underrate. It suffices to travel within the African continent to recognize the difficulty that Africans face within the continent. So if we in ECOWAS have been able to address this problem through our free movement protocols, we should celebrate it. Is it perfect? Certainly I will say no. But again, we have a strong base on which to build the future. The same thing goes for trade. As we speak, 15,000 companies have been registered under ECOWAS's trade liberalization scheme, and they are trading in nothing less than 50,000 produce or products which are of regional origin. And all these produce and products enjoy tariff-free access to the market, to our market of 400 million people. You go beyond this, you have the ECOWAS Bank for Development and Investment, EBID, which has invested heavily in member states, which has raised resources for member states and invested in critical areas. You have ECOWAS's role in ensuring peace and security on the continent. As we speak, this is one region where no two countries are at war with each other. We have insecurity, but the insecurity we are facing is of a different nature. ECOWAS's role in bringing about peace in Liberia, in Sierra Leone. ECOWAS's role in ensuring that the will of the people in many countries remains respected, must be stressed. And I cite recent examples. It was ECOWAS that ensured that the will of the people of the Gambia got respected. The same thing with the intervention of the region in crisis spots. So all these are indicative of the importance and the important role that the region, the community continues to play. And this is a good reason for us to celebrate. And beyond this, let me also add, I'm speaking to you from Cotonou. This is the seat of the West Africa Power Pool. This is an initiative that seeks to link and interconnect 14 member states so that the region can trade in electricity and address its energy deficiency. So when you look at it on the whole, we have a lot to celebrate. Certainly we do have many challenges, but I believe we cannot underrate what we have achieved so far. So this is my overview of what ECOWAS has done. There are specifics that I invite listeners to follow through the various sites that ECOWAS has made available to the public.
Some segment of public opinion are showing signs of fatigue with regional institutions. Is the 50th anniversary a moment of celebration or a time for critical assessment?
The 50th anniversary is both an occasion for celebration as well as for reflection. As I have just indicated, the various achievements that have been realized by ECOWAS constitute reasons for celebration. Now, some of the challenges that have led to public discontent should enable us to reflect, should constitute the source of, or the basis of our reflections for the future. And I am looking at the public discontent, as you say, as a wake-up call for all of us to listen to the people and work perhaps if need be differently to respond to those requests or agitations. So I think what is required on our part is give a listening ear to what people are saying so that we can respond positively and adequately to their demands. So in a nutshell, it is indeed an occasion to celebrate, but also an opportunity and an occasion to reflect on the future of the community.
Economic integration remains a core objective, yet a reality on the ground is still marked by trade barriers, multiple currencies, and uneven growth. Where does ECOWAS stand today in building a genuine common market?
Yes, our objective remains the integration of the region. Some of the challenges on our trade corridors with a view to recommending some solutions that not only governments but citizens need to put in place. So what ECOWAS is doing is to strengthen regional integration by looking at some of the challenges and addressing them. You've mentioned the problem of multiple currencies. Certainly this too is being addressed. As you know, ECOWAS has put in place initiatives to come up with a single currency. As I speak to you, I can confirm that this program is still in place, and the objective is to launch the ECOWAS single currency by 2027. This was the decision of the leaders, and that decision is still on the table. Single currency requires both political will as well as appropriate economic fundamentals. We have a number of convergence criteria that must be met for us to go ahead with the single currency. But if you look at the experience of other regions, single currency was not launched because everybody had met the convergence criteria. So what we are proposing is to have some champions by 2027 that will start the single currency, and then those who might not be ready to join the program when and as they get ready. But the 2027 date remains in place, and we are hopeful that the ECOWAS single currency will be launched in 2027. All this is to facilitate trade, which we believe will promote development as well as growth in the region. You've mentioned different growth rates in the region. Yes, this is inevitable, because even regions that are highly integrated do have different growth rates. If you look at the ASEAN countries, you might get the average growth rate, but if you disaggregate that, you will see individual growth rates that are not necessarily the same. So what is important for us is to work together so that we all grow, not necessarily at the same rate, but certainly in a manner that benefits all of us overall. So this is what ECOWAS is doing, and this is how we are looking at the situation in the region.
The unveiling of an official logo and the holding of an extraordinary summit of ministers are key highlights of the 50th anniversary. Beyond symbolism, what concrete initiatives will be implemented in the coming months to strengthen the organization's cohesion and effectiveness?
Two things. The inauguration of the 50th anniversary in Ghana just coincided with the extraordinary council. Certainly, it gave it a good, a different color, but the ECOWAS 50th anniversary is being celebrated across the region. It was only launched in Accra, and as you know, we are in Cotonou with the FARI, the Innovation Forum, where the Innovation Forum is taking place. And this Innovation Forum is being held within the context of the 50th anniversary on the 28th of May, which is the actual date of ECOWAS's founding. We're having a major event in Lagos, and in all member states are having specific activities to mark the 50th anniversary. Now, the extraordinary session, as you know, was convened to take decisions in important areas, and this was on the basis of instructions that the ministers had received from the heads of state. So as to what exactly is being done to reposition the community, as I have said, all these activities are supposed to help us understand what we need to do differently, what we need to build on, and what we need to do differently. And we do hope that at the end of the celebrations and the activities, we will be in a position to know exactly what is it that the citizens are asking for, what should our priorities be, not necessarily outside the frame of our Vision 2050, but perhaps in terms of priority actions that we need to take to realize that vision. So on the whole, we will continue to focus on 4 key areas as we go forward. We will focus on peace and security, because we can't do anything if security is not in place. So security, cooperation, and regional collective approach to security will be a priority, will remain a priority for the continent. Secondly, we must be able to remain accountable to the citizens. So governance is important. Responsible, representative, and accountable governance would remain important for ECOWAS. Of course, deepening integration will continue to remain important. And through this, we mean enhancing trade within the region by looking at the regional infrastructure. And in this context, let me remind you of the corridor that includes Benin, and that is the Lagos-Abidjan corridor. This corridor constitutes represents about 60% of the regional trade. So building and developing this corridor will continue to remain an important thing. And then the fourth area is sustainable and inclusive development. Here we're talking about health, we're talking about education, we're talking about social gender issues. All these areas will remain important priority areas for ECOWAS. Perhaps citizens may have different views as to which particular action we need to take in each area, but broadly these are the four areas ECOWAS must necessarily focus on as we go forward.
West Africa is innovative and dynamic, yet often left to fend for itself. How does the Commission plan to transform this demographic energy into real economic leverage beyond slogans?
First, we are here in Cotonou for the Innovation Forum, which this year is focused on the young people. So this shows you some of the concrete measures we are taking in favor of the young people by promoting their innovation skills, by sponsoring them to be more innovative. That is one area. We're also focusing a lot on education. As I have said, human development is critical, and here the capacity building of our young people is essential. The young people will constituting about 70% of the population of the region. So whatever we are doing it with the young people at the center of our priority. So capacity building, job creation, innovation, these are focus areas that ECOWAS is putting a lot of attention to, and the young people sit at the heart of this. We will continue to do this, and this is why in all the dialogues and engagements we are having, we invite the young people, we want to hear the young people, because perhaps they have different thoughts about the way forward. This is why we are being as inclusive as possible. This Fari here, the prizes that will be awarded over time during this week are predominantly focused on young people, and I think all of it is going to young people, just as an example of how young people are being brought to the center stage by ECOWAS.
Regional unity has recently been weakened by withdrawals, tensions, and even fundamental disagreements. What institutional or diplomatic tools can be mobilized to restore credible and cohesive dynamic across the community?
Certainly, we regret the departure of the three countries, because we believe West Africa is stronger together. Nobody wins in a separation. But we are encouraged by the spirit of solidarity that we see on all sides. As you have seen, West Africa and West Africans still continue to enjoy free movement across the region, whether those belonging formally to ECOWAS and those the Sahelian Alliance of Sahelian States. We continue to enjoy our free movement. We continue to trade among ourselves. Everything that we've always had is still in place. This shows that on both sides we are thinking about the people, and this is a good base for us to perhaps find a solution to our differences and stay together. We all know that nobody can move away from here. We are all West Africans, and the spirit of collaboration is on both sides, and I think this is the basis of our future engagement, and I am optimistic that we will continue to build on the achievements we have realized together. As you know, Niger, Republic of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Republic of Mali were founding members of ECOWAS, important members of ECOWAS. So if there are problems, I think our collective commitment to the welfare of our citizens will enable us to sit down and find solution to some of those problems for the benefit of the citizens, not for the benefit of governments, but for the benefits of the citizens. This is a strength, and this is a reality that we all know must be leveraged for as we go forward. We will continue to do this.
You are the first Gambian to lead this commission. What does this mission mean to you personally, and what message would you like to share with the youth of West Africa as we step into the second half century of ECOWAS?
Personally, this is a humbling experience, a remarkable honor for me and for the Gambia to be given this assignment during this very difficult period, I must say. But I remain grateful. I'm extremely grateful to the people of West Africa for the trust they have reposed in me, because there are many millions of capable hands, more capable hands than I am. And to get to enjoy the confidence of the heads of state, the ministers, the citizens, is something I don't take for granted, and I remain extremely grateful for it. My message to the young people is, ECOWAS belongs to all of us. We all have a stake in our community. Its future must be determined by us. We have all seen how the world has changed over time. For us to have a future, or a better future for our region and for ourselves, we have to remain committed. We have to remain engaged. Nobody can do the job for us. The reconstruction of our community is our collective responsibility, and nobody should walk away from this responsibility.
Mr. Alieu Touray, thank you for answering Africa 24's English questions. Ladies and gents, stay tuned to our programs on Africa24TV.com and on the app My Africa 24.